What's up, Dan Blewett here. Today we're going to cover, this is a really important topic, bat speed versus timing and location. So one of the things I love to talk about is reading hitters and making intelligent pitch calls. And to do that, we have to know when a hitter swings the bat, what did that just tell us? So when you pick a pitch sequence, you're always you start with a plan, but a lot of times you won't know a hitter, especially in amateur baseball. So really your plan is just going to start to evolve with each coming pitch. So you throw your first pitch, what did he do? Where was the location? What was the speed? What came before it? And you're trying to take all that information that the hitter gives you and then say, okay, well, since this happened, now let's throw this pitch in this location. That's sort of how the whole process works. So when we're doing that, we'll often use the hitter's foul balls as a good means to say, okay, he swung like this, therefore I think he's got a slow bat, or I think he's late on my fastball, or I think he's early on my fastball, whatever it is. And you take that information, then you try to make sensible stepping stones to get him out. That's what each pitch is, basically just a stepping stone from him getting the box to being out. And so we can get confused depending on location, because location will definitely change the type of foul balls that a hitter will produce. And when they're producing certain foul balls, it's hard to discern whether or not it's because of the bat speed the hitter has or because of the location of the pitch. And so that is the topic of today's video. So definitely stick around, check out this video, and if you enjoy the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, share with a friend, and follow me on social media. All right, so enjoy the video today, and we'll see you here soon. What's up, guys? Let's talk about bat speed versus location and timing. So one of the things you'll hear me talk about a bunch is how to read hitters and how to determine when they can catch up and when they shouldn't, because what we don't want to do is throw the wrong speed pitch at the wrong time. So that means a hitter has a slow bat and I throw him a changeup and I do him a favor letting him get the head of the bat out and drive it into the gap. So that's a pretty common thing that you see. And it's a thing that I did even to the end of my career. I was very once in a while, but even then you just like forget, or you aren't paying enough attention, or you misinterpret the way a hitter swings, and you throw a pitch that sort of helps him, that sort of helps speed his bat up, quote unquote. So here's my thing in this video. This is what I want to talk about, which is I want to talk about why there's a difference between bat speed and timing. So it's really tough to discern, and one of the ways that we do that is by being aggressive in the middle of the plate early. So here's what I'm talking about. If I'm a pitcher and I throw a fastball in the outer corner of the plate on the first pitch and the hitter swings, boom, if he doesn't put it in play, say he fouls it off, where is he going to foul it off? Is he going to hook this pitch down the line over there? Very rarely, probably never. So when you throw a pitch on the outer corner, if I swing and I don't put it in play, just because that's a tough pitch to hit in general, I'm going to put it into the foul bleachers that way, right? I'm going to foul it off late, quote unquote. And the way foul balls in general get read are if they pull it, he's early, right? And if they spray it to the opposite field, they're late, right? That's pretty plain, that's pretty obvious. However, this pitch, there's really only one place I can foul it off. Whether I've got a fast bat or a slow bat, whether I'm on time or not, I'm going to foul it off that way because of the location, right? Like I've got to aim my barrel out to that spot, and that's where the foul balls are going to go. So if you throw this pitch on the first pitch and I foul that way, can you tell how good my bat speed is? And the answer is pretty much no. And that's because this location isn't a reliable source of information for your bat speed. Because it's so far away from the middle of the plate, it's only going to tell you that that's a good pitch and that's a hard pitch to drive, but it's not necessarily going to tell you if my swing is loopy, if my bat speed is slow, if that's the reason I fouled it off, or I just fouled it off because that's the only place I could foul it off. Now, the opposite is me throwing down the middle of the plate. If I throw the ball down the middle of the plate on the first pitch and the hitter sprays it foul into the opposite field bleachers, now I have a lot more information to go off of. Because I was aggressive in the middle of the plate, I threw it down the middle of the plate, and the hitter fouled it off that way, we have a very good idea now that he couldn't get his barrel to the ball in time. To hit the ball hard in the middle of the plate, I've got to get my barrel basically a little bit in front of the plate to make contact as the ball crosses. So I've got to get my barrel to here when the ball's crossing the plate. If I can't do that, if my bat is too slow or you're throwing too hard and my barrel is here at contact, I'm going to foul it off that way, or I'm going to put it in play weakly, whatever. So if the ball is too deep for my barrel, my bat speed is too slow, or my timing is too slow for you. But really, it's going to be more probably of bat speed. Because down the middle, it's not like you're going to be really late timing. It's really just going to be you don't have the bat speed to catch up to the fastball. So when I throw down the middle, it gives me a lot more information to go off than if I throw on the outside corner. Because again, on the outside corner, they might have the bat speed. I mean, you see major leaguers, you throw a pitch to Mike Trout on the outside corner, a lot of the time he's going to foul it off that way, right? He's not going to drive every pitch on the outside corner, especially if it's like really well located on the black. He's not going to drive all those down the right field line. Like, baseball is just not that easy. And so when you make good quality pitches, that's great, but they often don't tell you what you need to know if it's early in the count. And so if you could always execute that 0-2 pitch, fantastic. Just cruise on up to the major leagues. But since most of us can't, going down the middle early and being aggressive is a good thing to do for a couple of reasons. Number one, you're going to get a lot more strikes and you're going to get to 0-1 a lot more of the time. And that's going to lead you to better outcomes, because when you're ahead, hitters get more defensive. They start to expand the strike zone. You get more good outcomes in general, and you have more margin for error, because if they're expanding the strike zone and swinging at more junk because they're behind and they're afraid of striking out, now you have a higher percentage of strike throwing in general. So getting ahead obviously has a lot of benefits. But beyond just getting ahead more often and the fact that hitters will put the ball in play more often, you get one pitch outs. Beyond both of those, you'll just get more information on their bat speed. So if you throw a pitch right down the middle and the guy goes boom and smokes it foul, you might have a good idea that he's got a pretty fast bat. If again, he swings and he shoots it that way late, you're going to have a pretty good idea that he can't catch up. And obviously there's still the result of you throwing down the middle and you just throw it right by him on the first pitch. If you throw a fastball and it just smokes the mitt and he's very late, okay, I threw one right down the middle right by him. Now I'm probably going to bring the ball in and I'm going to start to exploit his bat speed that way. Because if he was only here on a pitch down the middle, how is he going to get his barrel here in the same amount of time on a pitch on the inside part of the plate? So again, we're trying to figure out what the hitter can do, what he can't, and then exploit that as long as it matches up with our strengths as a pitcher, okay? So the take home from this video is don't mistake location for bat speed. If you throw a pitch very well located on the outer corner of the plate and they foul it off, you don't necessarily know yet if it's his bat speed or it's the location that caused that type of foul ball. When you throw more for the middle of the plate, especially early in the count, their swings are going to be much more indicative of what they can and can't do, and that means their bat speed and their swing. So if they can't get to pitches middle early, that means there's a big flaw in their swing that's preventing them, which will give you information about how to pitch the rest of the at-bat, or their bat speed in general. They don't have the bat speed, you throw too hard for them to get around, or you don't throw hard enough and they can easily stay back and get to it. So that's sort of the case for going down the middle of the plate a little bit, and that's the difference between bat speed and hitter timing. So don't mistake those, very, very important. So if you enjoyed this video today, definitely hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video.